Hello, and welcome to this edition of Shawnee Extra, a news program delivering information about Shawnee High School to the viewing audience of the Lenape Regional High School District. This school year brings about a renewed interest in politics and community service. We have reports on charity and service organizations, our student-run politics group, clubs and activities, and a fall sports update, all ahead on Shawnee Extra. The Yellow Ribbon Club students appreciate the active duty personnel and veterans that have served this country, and sadly for many, who gave the ultimate sacrifice to protect our freedoms. By donating goods to traveling out to charity events, the Yellow Ribbon Club cares.
Hello, my name is Michael Blackwell, and my partner's name is Joshua Cruz. We've recently had the pleasure of talking to the Yellow Ribbon Club's creators and vice presidents. Let's see what this club has to offer.
So basically, my two friends and I decided to start the Yellow Ribbon Club last year, and we do a ton of events. We've done a ton of events the past 2 years to help not only our troops overseas, but also our veterans.
The Yellow Ribbon Club is a group of students who are currently concerned about active military or anybody that's retired from the military. I've always been involved with the military. My dad is a retired Vietnam veteran. He's very involved in his organizations. I feel like I'm a little more involved with things. The kids are bringing me ideas from Operation Yellow Ribbon of South Jersey. We're collecting cookies for that. We're doing Toys for Tots. We did the Walk for the Wounded down in Ocean City. We are going to Williamstown in Gloucester County. It's their Veterans Memorial Cemetery. They lay 2,300 wreaths. So we're going to actually do a wreath laying ceremony too.
We attend welcome homes, we collect donations to send as care packages, and a soldier comes home from overseas. We just like to be there to greet them and thank them for their service. I've always obviously had respect for them, but seeing the welcome homes and how thankful they are, and especially when the veterans come to Shawnee, and we greet the veterans when they come to Shawnee, and just seeing how thankful they are that we appreciate their service really means a lot.
They're putting their lives out on the lines to keep us safe and to give us our freedom, and it's important to send that message out there that you should be thankful.
We'd like to thank the Yellow Ribbon Club for taking the time out of their day to talk to us about the subject. Now back to the news desk.
Youth for Truth is a club that is determined to encourage students to take part in the government. Leah Ginian and Brandon Joel report on the change in action.
Hi, I'm Leah Ginian reporting for Shawnee Extra. Youth for Truth is a club here at Shawnee that gets students involved with politics and engages them in respectful and productive debates about prevalent issues. Prior to the election, the club put on a mock debate between student representatives of the presidential candidates. We got the opportunity to speak with the club advisors, Ms. Lorenz and Mr. Spera, as well as the club president, Galen Ekimov.
Youth for Truth is an organization founded at Shawnee about 3 years ago by a former student, and the goal of Youth for Truth is just to get a variety of students from all political walks of life involved in talking about issues that matter to them.
I think one of the most impressive things about the club is how it's student-driven, it's student-organized. They do such a great job controlling the environment each one of these meetings. They're making sure every voice is heard, and anybody that wishes to share a thought is granted that opportunity.
My favorite part of the club is people coming to a consensus where everyone respects everyone else's opinion, but at the same time, logical opinions are formed. I think those are very important things.
Ms. Lorenz, my co-advisor, and I both feel that it's important that students get involved because they're addressing real-world issues. These are issues that these students feel very passionate about, and they're given an opportunity to express their opinions if they feel as though they want to speak out, or just kind of sit there and kind of see the different perspectives from their fellow classmates.
It's important to get politically active, and you can do that by joining Youth for Truth. You'll form new opinions, or you could just strengthen your current ones. And it's always nice to hear what the other side has to say, because then you can be more informed on the issue. We need all sides to have a real discourse, a real constructive argument.
Youth for Truth promotes political activism and participation in government among students to create a better future for America. I'd like to thank Mrs. Lorenz, Mr. Spera, and Galen for speaking with us. For Shawnee TV, I'm Leah Ginian, and back to the studio.
By providing foster children with sweet cases, Shawnee students are making a difference in giving them a sweet surprise. Jacob Heaton and Jake Cosmore find out more about this organization.
Hello, I'm Jacob Heaton reporting for Shawnee Extra. Sweet Cases for Foster Kids is an organization where people help out foster kids in need by supplying them with toys and everyday other essentials in a bag also known as a sweet case. So far, the organization is doing extremely well, and many students and teachers are getting involved. Recently, I had a chance to talk to Ms. Johnson, the head of the program, and a few other members as well.
This year, we've kind of picked a book that's going to be connected to a year-wide service project. The Food Thief book involves a character named Ren, and he is an orphan, and he's living with monks in St. Anthony's orphanage.
So Shawnee High School decided to do a One Book, One School project, something to tie into a reading. And so we thought that the Together We Rise Sweet Cases were a good way to go. Together We Rise is focused on foster care. Our book was about orphans. So this was a perfect fit for us. It's a simple project. We raise enough money to purchase the sweet cases from Together We Rise, and they send them to us.
Well, Sweet Cases for Foster Children is a foundation where people can donate money or donate items such as stuffed animals, toiletries, books, anything that they could put into a bag that would help children transition from moving from one foster care to another without, having to shove their things into a plastic bag.
The Health and Phys Ed department decided to use the Sweet Case Foundation as a starting point to match up with the curriculum on character building. Within our senior and freshman health classes, we were able to raise within a week's time $1,800, and with that money, we were able to donate 72 bags for the Sweet Case Foundation.
To find out more about the organization, contact Ms. Johnson in the Media Center. I'd like to thank Ms. Johnson, Ms. Ferris, Ms. Johnston, and Sophia Fenimore for speaking with us. I'm Jacob Heaton, now back to the studio.
Fall drama helps students find their love for the theater. Carrington Wendell and Jake Strong stopped by to get a closer look behind the curtain.
Hello. I'm Carrington Wendell reporting for Shawnee Extra. Fall Drama is a regular program here at Shawnee that recognizes students who love to act. This year, the students will be producing the show Annie Mame, which is about a young woman living in the 20s and her life story as she adopts her nephew after his father passes away. We had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Rome, the director of the Fall Drama, and Sophia Chrysopoulos, a very experienced student.
Fall Drama is this really great program, and every year we put on a play. And they're so different from any other play that you would see anywhere else because they're just fun.
I direct because I love working with the students. I love seeing the students take chances and grow as actors. The cast of MAME is doing a great job. They're putting forth a lot of effort. They're just going to create a great production.
The best part about doing a show is the family of it. And we're very lucky in Fall Drama. We have a very intimate group of people that all love working together. It's just a really good family opportunity, and we all bond and have fun. I want them to think that they're about to see a show that's like no other, because that's what theater is. You can do Les Mis 100 times, and it's never going to be quite the same. So in Fall Drama, I want them to know that they're getting an organic experience that's nothing like anything else, and we tweak the show to make sure it fits our actors.
The main goal we want is for students to learn. So when they begin the process to when they end the process, they've learned something about how to create a character, how to memorize lines better, something to have them be able to use it after the play is done.
As you can see, Fall Drama produces fun and entertaining shows each year. We would like to give special thanks again to Mr. Rome and Sophia Chrysopoulos for speaking with us. Once again, I'm Carrington Wendell, reporting for Shawnee Extra. Now back to the studio.
Shawnee's very own tech crew is the unsung hero of the drama productions every year. Kyle Etter and Samson Gutworth got the chance to take a look behind the scenes of Tech Crew to see what it's all about.
Hi, I'm Kyle Etter. Samson Gutworth and I got a chance to sit down and talk to the advisor and a director in Tech Crew to see what goes on behind the shows.
I really joined Tech Crew because I had a lot of friends who were upperclassmen here in Tech Crew, and they always said they really enjoyed it. And I always loved just getting involved in the technical side, like Shawnee TV. So I joined Tech Crew because of good friends and because it sounded like fun.
It really puts you in front of newer technology that a lot of schools don't have, and then it prepares them with equipment that they will use, especially if they want to work in TV or radio or anything to do with sound or lighting.
Well, one time we had the power go out on us during a show, so to fix that, we just had everyone stay pretty quiet because without power there's not too much the Tech Crew can really do. We got some flashlights to use for some lighting until the power came back on, and the actors just projected louder than usual. Until the power came back on, there's really nothing we could really do though. The biggest lesson that I've learned and that everyone who comes into Tech Crew learns is how to work under stress, because with only a week to help develop all the lighting and all the sound for a show, you learn very quickly that getting stressed out and panicking is not going to work for trying to solve the situation.
If you didn't have the tech crew, it would be people yelling on a stage with in the dark. Without tech crew, there would be no drama.
Now we know the importance of Tech Crew, and without it, Shawnee wouldn't be able to put on its amazing shows for our audience. Thank you to Mr. Schottler and Sean Herb for sitting down with us and answering our questions. This is Kyle Letter reporting for Shawnee Extra. Now back to you.
Shawnee Photo Club spends weeks getting the perfect shot to showcase the important events that go on at Shawnee High School. Charlie Kowalski and Sam Lanham got to speak to club supervisor Mr. Hockenberger and club president Madison Heaton about what goes on.
I'm Charlie Kowalski reporting for Shawnee Extra. Shawnee Photo Club is a Shawnee club that takes photos of Shawnee sporting events and other activities. Shawnee Photo Club is a great place for students to come to expand their knowledge in the realm of photography. I got to sit down with Mr. Hockenberger and Madison Heaton, the president of Shawnee Photo Club.
My favorite part of Photo Club is just getting to be inspired by all the work all the other members have done. I love seeing the photos they take, and it's really great to be inspired by their creativity and to see what other people are doing, so I can bring a little bit of that into my own work.
I feel like there's so many things that are going on at Shawnee High School, and they're not all sports related, but that's a big part of it. Activities, events that all need to be documented. I'm the staff photographer, but I really feel strongly that, you know, putting a camera in students' hands and having them go out and actually get real-world experience documenting some of these events makes them a better photographer and certainly helps me. And I think that's one way to, you know, help with photos for the Shawnee website, for the Facebook page, for Twitter. All of those things help the school too. So, you know, we're here certainly to explore personal projects, but I think the other side of that is to give back to the school and document all of the things that are going on that are, you know, really interesting things going on at Shawnee High School.
Students should join Photo Club because it is a great way to express your creativity. It's a very great community. Everyone's very encouraging and supportive of each other. And it's really fun to hang out with your friends, discuss the photos you've shot, and just to improve your photography.
Shawnee Photo Club takes hundreds of photos every weekend. You can view them all at ShawneePhotoClub.com. I'd like to thank Mr. Hockenberger and Madison Heaton for their interview and their inside look at Shawnee Photo Club. I'm Charlie Kowalski, sending it back to the studio.
Fall sports recently ended. Sam Lanham has a report on the Shawnee athletic program. Sam?
This year, Shawnee sports had a great fall sports season. Here's a quick recap of how some of the varsity teams made out. Girls soccer had a fantastic season, finishing with a record of 17 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie. This year, they were the Olympic Conference American Division champions. Their top scorer was Christina Corby, with 12 goals and 7 assists. This year's graduating seniors were the most accomplished senior class to come through the girls soccer program, compiling a record of 67 wins, 15 losses, and 9 ties over the 4 years. Boys soccer ended their season with an overall record of 14 wins, 5 losses, and a division record of 7 wins and 3 losses. Kane Feutner and Caleb Longshaw were tied this year for the most points, with each of them having 7. Shawnee football finished the season with a record of 8 wins and 2 losses. They made it to the semifinals round of state playoffs. The team scoring leaders this year were Dan Wigley with 920 total rushing yards, Colin Wetterow with 499 passing yards, and Sean Lewandowski with 352 receiving yards. Dan Wigley also led the team in touchdowns this year, finishing with 10. This year, the girls cross-country team qualified and competed in the Meet for Champions for the first time since 2003. Shawnee finished 4th at the meet, and this is statewide. They ended the season ranked 2nd throughout the state of New Jersey. Kara Bonner and Bella Turner were named to the All-South Jersey and All-County teams by Coach Dana Palumbo, who was named the 2016 SJTCA Coach of the Year. Kara Bonner also had a report for us on the cross-country team.
We run from June all the way through to the end of November, so we run a lot of miles, which can be pretty taxing on the body. But it's also really mentally challenging because there's a lot of pain involved in running, so it really teaches all the girls perseverance and how to really push through in tough times to do it for the team.
It is a sport that deserves a lot of recognition just because how hard it is mentally and physically. I always had a love for running, but when I started coaching, I was able to teach girls or give them that same feeling of love for cross country and distance running, and it really enhanced my life.
A big goal for our team this year was to win the sectional championship, and unfortunately we ended up coming in 2nd place. But we really used it as fuel to the fire for the next week at the state championship, and we were able to bounce back.
It teaches you that no matter what, no matter how hard it might feel, that you can do it. And it kind of makes everything else in life seem a little bit easier. It really feels like a team because you're all running together the same event. So you get this like team, family feeling to cross country.
During the course of the season, I think the team got even closer and even more like a family than it has been in past years. And I think that really showed because we were able to come in 4th at Meet of Champions. That was the first time in 13 years we had ever been on the podium at Meet of Champs. And I really credit that all to our really tight-knit group of girls.
Congratulations, Miss Palumbo, Kara, and Bella. Field hockey finished their season with an incredible record of 17 wins and 4 losses. Gymnastics had a good season and are looking forward to a rebuilding year over the offseason. Kaylee Reed was named to the 2nd team All-Conference this year. Girls tennis finished an awesome year with a record of 12 wins and 5 losses. Kaylee Masterman, first singles, and Davi Marisol, second singles, received All-Star status by the South Jersey Tennis Coaches Association. And to finish with the fall sports, girls volleyball finished strong this year with a record of 16 wins and 7 losses. Their Dig, Pick, and Teal event raised over $34,000 for ovarian and breast cancer research over the past 7 years. For Shawnee Sports, I'm Sam Lynham, and that's all for the fall season. See you in the spring.
Stocked with all sorts of school apparel, the Shawnee School Store is dedicated to bringing students quality items to represent their school pride. Madison Heaton and Dallas Young take an in-depth look at what goes on into running the business.
Hello, I'm Madison Heaton reporting for Shawnee Extra. The Shawnee School Store is managed by Shawnee faculty and run by student employees who volunteer their time. Operating just like a standard retail business, the school store provides students with the opportunity to learn life lessons in math, customer service, and communication. Dallas Young and I had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Polbosian, the school store advisor, and Colleen Harani, an employee, about what the school store is all about.
The school store is a great way for the students to purchase spirit wear. Most of our clothing is generic with just Shawnee or Shawnee Renegades on it. We have anything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, lightweight jackets, sweatpants, a lot of variety. We have some assorted office supplies. It's really just to help the students engage with the school community and promote Shawnee spirit. My role here as the manager of the Shawnee School Store is to coordinate with the students when they can volunteer their time to work in the store during the school day, as well as after school workers. And then we also coordinate with the special education program, and they have students that come and work in the school store for hours as well. The school store employees take inventory so they can bring it to their next part-time jobs. They learn life lessons with math and doing some calculations on the cash register and some of the closing out responsibilities. They also learn how to deal with the customers.
My favorite part about working at the school store is the experience that it provides for me and the communication that I get to learn with students and other faculty here at Shawnee. I want to major in finance in college, and the school store has helped me communicate with Miss D and see what the problems are in the school store and what we need to do, what we need to buy. And yeah, the communication is definitely one of the most important things that I've learned in the school store.
Thank you to Mr. Polbosian and Colleen Harani for speaking with us. I'm Madison Heaton, sending it back to the studio.
Shawnee Course provides many opportunities for students to better their vocal abilities. Nick Brandt and Patrice Cheristal got to speak with Director Mr. Joubert and President Sophia Chrysofis about what goes on in Shawnee Course.
Hello, I'm Patrice Cheristal, and I was given the opportunity to speak with the President of Shawnee Course, Sophia Chrysofis, and Mr. Joubert, the Director of Shawnee Course. They are going to give us some insight on what it is like to be in the Shawnee Course, as well as some of their own experiences and challenges they've had to face.
Well, basically, we come in every day, and we all warm up together, and then we start singing. And Mr. Joubert, our conductor, teaches us all the songs. And then after we learn them, we just work on refining them and making them as visceral as they can be, because a chorus is very much a team sport, if you will. Basically, everything you do has to be synchronized.
They certainly helped me learn a lot about myself, how to communicate effectively, how to perform, how to be a good storyteller. and just sort of hone my skills as a musician, specifically as a piano player.
Well, in college, I hope to continue on in the chorus world and being whatever choruses come my way. I hope to go and support choruses as well, so if there's ever a concert, I'll be there.
Well, we've had several students go on to study music over the years. There are some that are teachers, some that are chasing their dreams in New York City to be a performer.
I hope to be involved in musicals, anything really that involves music. I just want to be there.
Shawnee Course is definitely commitment, which comes with some challenges, but you're guaranteed an unforgettable experience. Be sure to come out and check the Shawnee Course at various events such as their recitals and much more. I'd like to thank Sophia Crucifix and Mr. Joubert for speaking with us. For Shawnee TV, I'm Patrice Terrestal, and back to the studio.
Shawnee Robotics allows students to experience the challenge of building a robot and competing in robotics events. Stephen Minder and Jared Iafola were able to speak with an advisor and a senior about the club. Here's an inside look at the robotics program.
Hello, I'm Jared Iafola, reporting for Shawnee Extra on the Robotics Club. We had the opportunity to speak with Miss Walker, one of the advisors, and a student in the program.
The robotics team here is the Iron Devils robotics team. We are a team mix of Shawnee students and Seneca students. We compete at a Seneca event that we host every year.
In robotics, we're given a challenge at the beginning of our season, and then we have 6 weeks to design, build, wire, and test our robot. After that, we then head off to competition.
My little brother was on the robotics team in high school. Basically, I had a little bit of background knowledge in it, so I decided that was a perfect fit when I started teaching here at Shawnee.
I became interested in robotics when I first visited the competition at Seneca the year before I joined the team.
I would say our biggest obstacle last year was having 3 new advisors on the team. So the team has 4 advisors, 3 of us were new last year. So that was a big change for us. It was something that we all had to adjust to and really learn the ins and outs of robotics. It was a little bit of a struggle, but it was good because we got some new fresh ideas in there.
Throughout this off season, in the spring and this fall, we've been really working to improve our team in a variety of aspects, and we're hoping that that pays off next season.
It's also a lot of dedication. Our students stay 6 nights a week to build this robot, and they stay late nights till 10 o'clock. They put in a lot of time and effort, and it's just a big commitment for them.
Due to my involvement on the robotics team, I've become interested in pursuing a career in engineering, and I'm sure that the lessons that I've learned while on the robotics team will help me achieve this goal.
Robotics is big on cooperating with other teams, helping other teams. That's definitely opened up my eyes to a whole nother world.
I'd like to thank Miss Walker and her students for speaking with us about robotics. I'm Jared Iafola, now back to the studio.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Shawnee Extra. Be sure to join us next time for updates on everything Shawnee High School. From all of us here at Shawnee TV, see you next time.